Hi.
Welcome.
Hello, everyone. Sorry, Carl's...
Welcome to episode 193 of Two Vegan Idiots.
Carl's pre-op. Oh, no, it's post-op, sorry. Julian Deane with Esther Manito.
Replacing Carl Donnelly permanently.
Because
he's gone. He died.
He's in jail.
He's at the Melbourne Comedy Festival.
In jail there, is he?
He's in jail there. Let's spread that rumour.
What did he do? Show must have tanked.
People were so angered that he even charged them.
This is fun, isn't it? So we were... it was going to be Sean Walsh and Esther Manito, with Esther Manito guest hosting with Julian Deane. Sean Walsh is guest, but Sean...
doesn't like me.
Sean's in jail as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Why doesn't he like you? It's weird, isn't it? I didn't know you had that beef with him.
Me and Sean Wolf got beef. No, I didn't. I wasn't being serious. You're the one who's making it sound serious.
Oh, I thought it was quite serious. I spoke to him. I didn't know. I thought you two got on.
We do get on.
Well, I said to him, "You're doing it,"
and then he said he doesn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, I don't know why. I thought you had some beef.
Yeah, we did. We had a full-on fight.
Didn't you approve of his Strictly antics?
I didn't even know what half of that was, but we had a fight over...
Whose side were you on?
We had a fight over a sausage roll.
Did you?
Outside Greg's, and it went really... Like, I had his hair.
He goes crazy.
And I was just pulling his hair, and I was like, get your fucking fingers off my sausage roll. And he was just going mental, and I just think it's really out of order. I don't think you should try and steal food off a fellow comic.
Not at all, especially a female comic.
And a sausage roll.
Yeah.
Not vegan, is it?
No. Got to protect female comics.
Is that your charity?
That's my shut up line.
Such a perv. Honestly, Julian, you never stop. You never stop. It's actually quite draining, I have to say, after being with you in Dubai. For the best
That was
part of the
nice,
week,
wasn't it?
I was like, is there any point? Like, literally, you just wake up, you come down for breakfast, and he's just there like...
I mean...
And it's like, oh, God, Julian, just let me have a cup of coffee yet.
No. You should drink water before coffee anyway.
Oh, you drank so much coffee. I've never seen you were like vibrating off the stage at one point.
Oh no, that's called smashing a gig, Esther.
No.
That's called taking the roof off.
Yeah. Can we talk about the first night though? When you...
I did better than... No, I'm joking. Stop arguing. The first night I did well. You don't think I did?
Well, but
why are you saying you did do well like that?
You did, but you did.
I was a bit rigid, a bit nervous.
You spent all of your first gig going, do you have schools here? If I say cars, do you know what cars are? Do you know what hospitals are? I was walking down the street. Have you got streets in Dubai?
Yeah.
Classic Julian Deane style.
Classic Julian Deane crowd work.
It was really funny because people were going, yes, we know what that is.
No, because just before I'm going on...
Do you know what it is to sit on a chair?
5 minutes before I'm going on, you said to me... I said, well, they get all my references. You said, yeah. And then
I know your set.
And then you do know it. But then Gail, you probably got it written down.
Yeah, I've just
when you were studying. But and then Gail said, oh no, they probably won't get references. So I had to change my set, and you were going, no, they'll get all your references. And then you come over to me panicking, saying, do you think they'll know what a garden shed is?
I panic that people don't call it garden sheds outside of the UK.
Well, what else?
Whereas
I mean, even if they don't call it a garden shed, they won't be like, what are these Latin
but you
words?
Were like, when I was in Greg's.
I don't mention Greg's.
When I was studying my BTEC.
I don't mention that either. I'm not a hack comic. Greg's and BTEC. That sounds like a good bit, actually.
It does sound like a good bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were in Dubai for a week.
It was nice, wasn't it? You had a nice time.
I did have a nice time. Got to know you quite well.
Yeah, that's good.
So what's going on? Oh, what's going on behind the facade?
Closed doors.
Yeah.
It was nice, wasn't it?
I think we had a few moments where I kind of really
broke down,
got you,
opened up.
No, I really got you summed.
Really? You think you did? Many people try.
Can you tell them what I said to you about
No, we can't. We can't say that. What, the biggest laugh you had out there?
For the way I said it, and then just got up and went off. And I was like, well, there we go. That's you. I basically summed up Julian with quite a traumatic statement. I went, I think that's what you're about, actually. And just left his.
And it was just like, I don't know where she got that from. But anyway, we're speaking in riddles. They won't know what we're talking about. But people can DM me and ask, and I'll tell them the context.
Yeah. Yeah.
The beach was nice, wasn't it? You did Tough Mudder.
I did Tough Mudder. Yeah.
How was that?
Easier than a week in Dubai with you.
Really? Yeah, you had a lovely time.
It was quite it's quite full on, the old Tough Mudder.
It's just the feds outside.
I know. But when you
Tough Mudder's not like Iron Man, is it? Is Tough Mudder like the woman's version? Not really. No. So what? How long is it?
Is it the woman's version?
You would. Nah, not really. I would do it.
Would you?
Yeah, I want to do it. I'll do it easy though.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you can come do it then. We're going to do it again.
You jog every day, don't you?
I do jog every day, which paid me absolutely no service for doing Tough Mudder.
I mean, I bet it did a bit.
I bet it didn't.
What?
Because
tell me what Tough Mudder is. And the listeners.
Firstly, you don't really have to do much running. In fact, no running really. It was so muddy.
Sounds like my kind of.
Yeah, we were kind of just like wobbling between obstacles, and then
you crawl under things, through mud, over things, through things.
So you had to crawl through you had to be in like muddy water and going on your back and like climbing across like nets, and then you had to like go under like really horrific muddy water, and you had to like swim under tires to get out the other side, and you had to form a human ladder to get up and climb up and pull each other up over like walls. So what's
the difficulty? Like, is it muscle fatigue, cardio?
So muddy? It's not cardio. You need to be strong, and I'm not strong.
No,
you're not. I can run. And so my legs are strong, but my entire upper body, I've got the upper body of a child.
Yeah.
I've got like
spaghetti
arms.
Spaghetti arms?
I'm all like long arms, and they're all just, not got any muscle. And my upper body's all weak. So that all just got yanked out. So that was quite painful. My legs are all right though.
Would you like to have big muscles? Get on some roids.
I reckon. But the thing is with steroids, what do they do?
Steroids would, and Sang probably is an expert because he's all over them. Not really. Sticks Tren in his butt cheek. No. There's different types of steroids, isn't there? Do you know anything about them?
Yes. As someone who tries hard to be a gym fuckboy, there's different. There's like
Tren and Anadrol.
Those are like the really extreme ones that will give you like the typical steroid rage, from what I've heard.
Yeah.
And also there's like a testosterone replacement therapy or like HRT.
I'd get on that. If mine was low, which it ain't, it's high. Yeah. I don't really mention that,
but the one that Julian is talking about are the stereotypical ones that would kind of give you like the roid rage and other like very visible side effects.
Do they make your muscles big? They must make your muscles bigger.
There's different ones, isn't there? So ultimately, don't they just help with the healing of it? So you can train more, way more.
Yeah. So when you work out a lot, sorry to interrupt, you get sore and you have to rest, or else because of the lactic acid buildup. But steroids essentially allow you to keep going, so that's why you have less recovery period and you can just continue to work out. Like massively, it gives you overall a lot of energy and everything.
Yeah.
So it allows a faster recovery period, so you can build up much quicker. So that's why a lot of people on steroids have like a way bigger mass and everything, because there's
Yeah.
But it messes with your hormones as well, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Shrinks your balls and stuff. Can we have that screen on, by the way? If possible. No problem.
remember watching a documentary about people who overuse steroids.
I mean,
and there was this guy, and he just went mental.
I think just using them is overusing
But
them.
he
maybe.
had like needles. He was like, injecting.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, and it was just like needles hanging out.
Did
of
you
his
see
arm.
that? That guy with the big bicep. His bicep was like the biggest in the world, but he was injecting, and then you see the needle, and he's stirring it around in it.
I know.
And he looked messed up.
Yeah,
Like,
he used to
looked
sell
really-
steroids, didn't he? That was his job.
He was not advertising it well.
No,
If someone's like
He went to jail and
loads
stuff.
of needles hanging out their arms.
The guy that looks like Popeye or something?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's called synthol. Those are essentially like
Oh,
kind
not
of oil.
hit, that's not that. No,
Oh,
that's
okay.
that other guy. Synthol is an oil that so it's not actual muscle. It's just you inject it in so it looks like muscle, but it looks all weird, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
No,
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Yeah.
No, nobody wants that.
I think
I
it's all
just-
body dysmorphia.
Yeah,
I just want to be less hunched.
that's posture though. Like,
yeah, so I want my back to be stronger.
yeah. Why don't you do Pilates or yoga,
I
or just
find it
stand up
really-
straight like a human?
Well, after spending time with you in Dubai, I was very hunched over because I had to come down to your level quite a lot because
Oh yeah,
tiny little man.
I'm
aren't
not
you?
that tiny.
Did you?
How tall are you?
I'm taller than you, Julie.
No, you're not.
I am.
Do you want to fight about it? Not really.
Do you remember when we went to the hotel and he was like, and I, before he even got our bags, I was like, they're going into separate rooms. And then we got to the reception desk and he was like, do you want the beds together or apart? And I was like, we want separate rooms, mate.
Bunk beds. I know. You
I
got,
went, we want separate rooms, actually.
You
And
kept getting well angry at them.
and Julie was like, we're on our honeymoon. We'll have separate rooms, very separate.
In different hotels.
I know. And that guy said, so are you like a comedy couple?
Oh,
like
yeah.
we go around the world performing together.
Like Brian and Crystal.
I was like, this is the most depressing image I've ever had.
Oh,
I'm
what?
married to Julian, travelling around the world.
That'd be nice.
Nice. Just gonna get my...
Married to me, travelling around the world. That sounds like a bloody heaven.
No.
That's on a lot of people's vision boards.
Married to Julian Deane.
I've got you a water there.
I know. Just quite up my 7-Up.
7-Up, what? Is that the free one with no sugar?
Yeah, but then it's got all the cancerous stuff in it, hasn't it?
That's handy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what, so Tough Mudder then, you climb over things and up there. How long does it last?
So we signed up to do the 5K thinking that's nice.
For charity
easy.
or just?
We raised money for charity. We raised over £600.
That's nothing.
Shut your mouth. What have you done?
600
What
quid.
have you done for charity?
I'd have done about 6K. So how many of you? 600 of you.
6 of us.
So 100 each.
Yeah.
Oh, give me a break.
That's all right. God, you're very, very rude. Annoyed me now.
No, it's good. Which charity?
Women's Aid.
That's a rub. No, I'm joking.
I'm just
That's
waiting for you
good. So what
to
does
make
women?
some comment.
So what does women? So there were 6 of you, male and female,
Yeah.
and any non-binaries.
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know.
And so you all did that together.
Yes.
Okay.
So we fundraised together as
Did
one.
the men say, "What about the Men's Aid"?
Mm. Is there a Men's Aid charity?
I'm gonna start one.
Yeah, you should. You
I
and
dunno.
Andrew Tate.
Me and Top G. So what?
Who's Top G?
That's Andrew Tate.
Is
Top
that what
G.
it's called?
Yeah, Top Gangster.
Top Gangster.
I'm Top J. So what? What is
He's Top G. I'm Top J.
That's correct.
Top E.
So what? So what does Woman Aid do then? 'Cause you don't seem to care much about the charity.
I
You're
do
not
care a lot about the charity.
Okay.
So Women's Aid help with women.
Women's
beef.
Aid. Don't say they help with Women's
No,
Aid.
but they help women get out of domestically abusive situations. So
Get
for
them Uber.
housing, help them with children get into safe housing.
Oh, so it's all about domestic violence, is
Educating
it?
what domestic violence is, that it's not always just physical, things like financial control, things like that. So you've got control of what finances you
Psychological
have.
torture,
Yeah. I mean,
gaslighting.
yeah.
So what? So okay. So all of that stuff.
Yeah.
That's really good.
And then in 2 weeks, I'm running the Hackney Half.
Okay.
for
What charity is that
refuge.
for? What are you gonna get for them? 30 quid.
I've already got £350. You are very
That's good. No, I'm gonna sponsor you to
You
make up
won't.
for like joking. I will sponsor you.
You can sponsor me for both, actually.
Not right now. I haven't got my card. No, I will do. Well, Tough Mudder's finished. I'm not
but
going to
you
do
can
it
still
after.
sponsor.
No.
The link's still open.
I've set
We
my
did
direct.
it.
I will give some money to I'll do a couple of direct debits to charities.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right then. Okay.
Yeah. So okay. So that's a good charity then. So what's your £600 going to do?
I'm not taking this abuse from you anymore.
I'm not.
I'm
not
not
asking.
going to sit here as a woman and be abused by a man for raising money for Women's Aid.
I'm not abusing you. You're mental. I'm gaslighting you. You're crazy.
You're crazy. That's what you kept doing in Dubai. Kept putting my handbag places and going, you put it there.
Kept dimming the lights. The lights aren't dim. Do a little bit more.
The film Gaslight?
No, that's what it is. Is it the lights he does?
Yeah, didn't I tell you this?
I don't know.
I think I told you this.
I mean, I knew it before that, but I pretended. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, he dims the lights. He goes into the loft and with Ingrid. What's her name?
Ingrid Bergman.
What is it? Is it Ingrid?
There is an Ingrid Bergman. So it's an old film, is it?
It's an old film. He keeps going in the loft and messing around with the gas.
What a soldier.
So the lights keep going on and up and down. And she keeps
Let me
going,
write that down. And what does that do?
So it just makes her feel like she's going mad. And then you can go, you're not going, you're...
Well, and then you can have full control.
Yeah.
Let me just make a note of that.
There you go.
What else does he do?
You can see why I said what I said.
Oh, you had a nice time with me. You sent me a nice text saying thanks for being so lovely.
You were a lot of fun.
Oh, was I?
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you remember when I did leave you though at the airport, didn't I? As soon as I got my suitcase. That's why I felt bad.
Oh, yeah.
I was just like, see you then. I just couldn't be bothered to wait anymore.
What was that about?
Just stormed off with
I was like, you can go if you want. You went, all right then. I went, what?
But when
You're supposed to fight.
I was so tired. I was like, I want to go home. But when we went to Dubai and we were standing by the...
You were a nightmare.
I wasn't. Oh, yeah, about my luggage.
The luggage thing's going around, right? And she's like, they've only just come out. Like, no one's got their luggage yet. You know, when it's packed. Yeah. And Esther's like, they lost it. He just kept saying that. I'm like, it's probably going to come out.
That's not anxiety, though, right?
I was like, I just knew that they'd lose my luggage.
But they didn't, so you were wrong.
Actually, let's cut to the beginning of how this journey started.
Go on. Oh, yeah.
So I'm sat on the train going from wherever I'm going from to, where did we go from? Heathrow. So I'm heading to Heathrow, and then Julian texts going something about the flight, and I said, oh, are you already there? I'm just on the train. Then he calls me, and he's like, what? Isn't it tomorrow? And I thought, okay, Julian's being it, because nothing Julian says is serious, and he's constantly sarcastic, so it's really hard to read. So I'm like, oh yeah, whatever. I'm going there today. He then thinks I'm joking. So this is the problem with two comedians. Because he's going, are you joking? And I'm like, are you joking? And it took us about 15 minutes to work out that neither of us were joking. He'd actually got the wrong day for the flight. I was on my way to Heathrow. He then had to...
I was in Bromley outside a coffee shop in the sun.
Wait,
which is half an hour from where I live in a car.
God.
So then
nothing packed.
Yeah.
Oh my! So you went on the wrong day to the airport.
I went on to the airport.
She went the right day. I was the wrong day.
Oh my God! No.
I just went on full alert solution mode, like a hunter man, and I just went to my car.
Sarcasm and constant piss taking did not stop, even though he was going to miss the flight. And I was thinking, do you know what? I hope he does miss the flight, and then that will learn him. Is
that proper English?
Yeah. Well, I don't care.
Oh.
Oh, don't educate me, mister. I can't even read a fucking boarding pass.
I don't know where I got Wednesday from, if it was Tuesday.
And I was thinking, who's going to replace him? Or do I do the show on my own, just with the local acts that are going to be with us there? Do I tell Gail? Is that grassing him up? Blah,
yeah,
blah.
It's called grassing.
And then he's there. He turns up with his little carrier bag.
I had 2 hand luggage. I just couldn't even borrow a suitcase. I was planned to borrow a suitcase and all that. So I just got 2 hand luggage.
So then he gets to the gate and he's checked in and everything.
I got your coffee.
And then he's like, do you want a coffee? I'm like, we don't have time.
And then we did. We had about
And then
half hour.
We had about half an hour. So my anxiety had already reached.
Wow.
I was stressed.
How do you think I felt in the
Yeah, but you
Uber in
don't-
traffic with this guy going the wrong way? I said, why don't we go this way? So he went that way. It took half an hour off.
Oh my God.
Lucky I said that.
But you like still managed to like make it. And
I
everything.
made it, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
but
Mission
with
impossible.
constant little Saki updates, just stressing me out even more. So I was stressed.
Yeah.
And then we got to Dubai Airport, and I was like, "Oh my God! I bet his little Lidl carrier bag has made it through, and my luggage gets lost. That'll be just my luck that
That'd
I
be
made it on
so
time.
funny.
My luggage is lost, and out comes his little carrier bag
wish.
with his pants and his."
Mine was a little
flip-flops in.
gym bag. It weren't even like a bag that should be on a
Nice, bro. Nice.
turntable,
So then I was
whatever it's called.
panicking, and then you were trying to say to me, "Well, what does your
I was saying to Esther, what does your bag look like? I'll get it for you, right? And she was going, it's red, I think. Oh, no, it could be blue. Like, there was like completely different. Like, no, it's black with a little yellow bit on it. Like, it was just completely different.
I had
It might be tartan or plain white.
because I was trying to gaslight you.
Yeah, it didn't
Ooh,
work.
I don't know what colour my bag is.
It didn't work.
I think my bag's blue, or is it green? Ooh,
You're,
by the end of this-
you're
You're
crazy, Julian.
Julian.
I didn't say blue, I said red.
I didn't. Who said I even had a bag?
Oh.
I know. I need
It-
to start men's aid to deal with this.
Yeah, you need to start men's aid, and then we
Just
got
me.
yeah.
And then we got there. It was nice, wasn't it? And the
You
hotel.
said that about 12 times. It's nice, wasn't it? You had a nice time.
Yeah.
You had a nice time.
Everyone
It was
thinks
nice.
now I'm a predator though, because what you said at the beginning.
Oh, but I always make out that you said you're a predator.
Good. That's because I hide in plain sight. But yeah, and then we got in the
No,
yeah, and then they couldn't.
psychoanalysed
And then the
you.
guy who
And
was,
I said something really devastating, like, this is probably why you're so traumatized. Your little face dropped, and then I went, well, I'm just off to the buffet. And you were like, I can't believe you just dropped that and then left me to stew on it. Anyway,
the buffet was nice.
the buffet was not. You're quite excited by that.
I loved it.
But it was also a little bit like you'd never been abroad before.
I hadn't been for ages. I haven't been for like with somebody anyway. I went to Turkey just before lockdown
It is
for a gig.
It is a bit weird traveling with comedians because then you're suddenly on holiday. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, we know each other, but we don't hang out.
Yeah. Why don't we hang out?
We were going to do ballet together,
Oh yeah.
but we don't really hang out. We've gone for like a coffee,
Yeah.
but
You hit
Just-
on me.
yeah, no, that happened. And then to suddenly be on
Called me frigid.
gaslighted you.
Gaslit me into feeling I'm mental and frigid.
And then to suddenly be on holiday together. It's quite
Yeah.
intense. You're like suddenly like, right, here we are on holiday together in our swimsuits. That was awkward.
Was
I tell
it?
you what was awkward is we're lying there on the beach
How
together.
ripped I was.
Yeah. We're lying there on the beach together, and in Dubai they have like these big speakers and it plays music, doesn't it?
We're
And
going to
then-
talk about sun cream or not?
Yeah, and then Julian was like, "Can you put sun cream on my
You,
back?"
no, I didn't suggest it. You did.
Okay, well we were putting sun cream on each other's backs.
That's important though. Because if I suggested
All
that,
right, no, I'll give
it's
you
a,
that.
it's a big difference, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
Yeah. You said.
But I said, yeah, we put sun cream on each other's back. But
You
when
said you don't want your
so
willy
close to
getting
me
burned.
too. So close to me too. Very close.
So Julian put some, I said Julian can
What
put
happens
sun
in
cream on
Dubai
my back.
stays in Dubai.
Yeah, no. So he put sun cream
Ain't
on.
no Me Too's in Dubai. Sorry.
It was very hot, so I had to have sun cream on my back. So you put sun cream on my back, but when I then had to put sun cream on your back, the moment I put my hands on Julian,
You got hot.
no, all this music started playing, going, "At last, my
It's like-
love
it's like
is
loving
here to
music.
stay." It's because they have these huge speakers, and it had paused. So when he was doing mine, it just felt normal, like human people.
Yeah.
And then the moment I went
I've
onto
looked
his
after
back,
my
it was like,
daughters on the beach. Do you know what I mean?
Why did it pause when you put it on him?
there
and
just
then-
wasn't music
I
playing.
said
They
to
were just
I got the
restarting.
DJ to do that. Yeah.
They were just restarting the music, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And I messaged my mate who was out there, Rebecca, that you met.
Oh yeah.
And
she
I was
there.
like, just normal interaction with Julian. Just had to put sun cream on his back whilst who's it? Nina Simone or no, not Nina Simone. Who sings that song?
I don't know that song.
Love has come along.
Do you know that song?
I do not recognize. I know Nina Simone, but
I do not recognise it from your howling.
no.
I didn't know you couldn't sing. I didn't know you couldn't sing one bit.
Eva something.
Oh, Eva Mendes.
No, that's an actress.
You look a bit like Eva Mendes.
Yeah.
Have you had that
spitting
before?
image. Wow, when I was younger.
Oh, that's what I mean. You look like her mum.
You look- Do you know Eva Mendes? You look like her nan.
You look like her husband. You do look like her, actually. I've never thought of that.
Well, I've just got brown hair and a mole. That's why.
Yeah.
Do your little vape.
Same complexion.
Your mum's a slag.
Oh, yeah. I forgot my mum's a slag.
Yeah, that was my way of dealing with Julian's creepiness. Every time he said something complimentary or creepy about me or any other woman,
Like,
I just called him
"Hi,
a slag.
baby." Oh, yeah.
Your mum's a slag. But you didn't say anything creepy. You would literally just go,
Thank
that's,
God for fucking...
that's a nice outfit. Your mum's a slag.
You can't take nice things said about you because you're frigid. I'm going to get in so much trouble for this podcast.
I think you've got a lot to cut out.
Nothing. We cut nothing out.
I don't think calling your work colleague frigid because they didn't want to put sun cream on your penis.
What? I mean, that's not in context of what happened. But yeah, so Dubai, and what else did we do? You got drunk every morning.
What else did we do? I got a tattoo.
Oh yeah, you got a tat.
Got a little tattoo. Got my
Did you get the
lemon tree.
receipt? She messed that up.
No, she didn't. Went and got that done.
That's nice.
What else did we do? We didn't really do anything.
No, and then you snided off on the last night.
Oh, yeah.
I had to eat on my own.
I went for dinner with my friend. I did say you could come with us. You said no, you wanted to eat for free at the hotel, so it's not really a lot I could do.
All right, I'm a tight ass. I just really liked the hotel food. I suppose 2 weeks of it I'd have been bored, but it was only like 4 nights.
You went and did some, you met that wee chap.
Oh yeah, we're on the beach, and are you into the UFC thing?
Yes, some, yeah.
So this is when we were there when the UFC was playing somewhere. I don't know where it was on. And so I'm on the beach. I'm thinking, where can I watch it? And there was a massive screen on the beach. I thought if they played it here, it'd be incredible.
Yeah.
And then I saw some guy, he looked jacked, and it was a mirror. So, but then I saw some...
See, it's things like that.
Then I
just have to ignore it.
Then I saw some other guy. And then I saw this guy, then he had an AKA t-shirt on, like
What's
the train.
AKA? Also known as?
Is it what's the anyway? He had a mixed martial arts like training
Basically,
t-shirt on. So I went over to him.
Yeah, but I was lying down, had my
Yeah.
sunglasses on, my eyes closed. I thought I was talking to you, and then I opened my eyes because you didn't respond, and Julian had run off after this guy.
I was
to talk to
bored.
him.
Yeah, the story needed to be shorter. I just wandered off.
I was talking about my menstrual health.
Oh, my favourite subject. So I went over to the guy and just said, "Do you know if the UFC's playing?" And he looked a bit jacked. And I was like, "Do you train?" He was like, "Yeah, I'm a professional fighter." And he said, "Do you?" Because obviously I look like a pro fighter. And
He didn't say that.
And he did say that. And I said to him, "I box a bit." I didn't know that he's going to say, "Come to the gym tomorrow."
Oh shit!
I don't box a bit. I do every now and then just for fitness.
Julian cried.
And then I had to, and then no, but it was like a dream
cried.
come true going to the UFC gym, the official one with him. He got me in.
Oh my god!
And we sparred. He don't call it sparring. He cried. But it was amazing. Yeah, he was a good guy.
He came to the show.
He came to the show that night. He was an Italian champion. He's not in the UFC, but he fights in. But he's a good guy. Yeah.
He looked young though.
He was 27.
Okay, yeah, he looked young.
Bit taller than me. He was but a pro fighter, man. If you've moving around on the mats with him, it's just.
Who did he come to the show
It's
with?
just insane. He came with his other mate, who was a physio that looked at my elbow.
God, yeah.
And
you had people, podcast listeners, come to the show.
Yeah. Global.
Wow.
You had podcast listeners come to your show.
I had some ladies come to the show. Some ladies come to the show. Big fans of mine. The women like me.
That's nice.
More than Julian. We also had.
Were they from Women's Aid?
No, they weren't from Women's Aid.
Come to collect their £5.
I think we've raised.
I think it's a good. I'm only playing. It's good.
Money
it's great,
for
man.
something that's good. So I'm not going to be gaslit by you, Julian Deane. Have a little bit of your tea.
It's peppermint.
I'll take the
You
lid
could
off
take the
and
lid off, yeah.
Yeah, so we don't share germs. Do you remember the really nice guys that we met after that show that time?
Oh yeah, they've just been well racist. And I just walked off. I pretended I had a phone call. Do you remember? And my phone was just the same screen. And I put it to my ears and walked off and left you with them.
How many times can you say, but just don't really want to use racist language? Yeah, but you can't even do that nowadays. Can't even do that nowadays. Yeah, but just don't want to. Just don't ever feel the need. And Julian just went, hello, and just walked off. An Australian accent for some reason.
And apparently he started to drop the N-bomb after that, didn't he? Someone said.
Oh, he was saying that to someone. No, he was arguing why it can't be used.
Oh, right.
So what is going on in your world? My God. It was like time had just not moved on.
I know.
It was weird. Yeah, we did say, well, I don't know, what's going on in your world for you to feel the need to even use that.
I know. It was just so boring. It was just boring.
Well, I think it was attention seeking as well, wanting to like shock a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
He kept saying he's from East London. But he weren't.
No.
But then he lied.
Said he was from Essex.
Oh, did he?
But he wasn't.
No.
That was weird.
That's your manner, innit?
He was just like, well, he kept saying I was too posh to be from Essex because I'm from Saffron Walden.
Is that posh?
It's a nice little town.
You're not proper Essex, are you? You've got you're quite well spoken.
Middle class. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say middle class.
I am middle class.
What did your mum and dad do?
My mum was a teacher.
What did she teach?
Drama.
Okay.
And English.
And your dad is what did your dad do?
Your dad is how you say.
How you say? No, your dad was what was your dad? Can you clear that up?
No, I'm just enjoying you saying your dad was.
Your dad had an interesting job, didn't he? But I forget.
He worked for a company that created the equipment that translates languages at different UN conferences.
Okay.
So when somebody would speak German and it translated into all the different languages.
Wow.
In the headset.
So what?
So his company made that equipment.
So he's in like IT and
audio language equipment. Well, he's not anymore. He's retired now.
Okay. And what did he do within that company?
Sales, I think.
Well, he sold it.
Yeah. I remember he used to travel a lot to a lot of different embassies to set up their equipment.
Travelled around the world?
All around the world.
Did you go with him ever?
No. So I remember he did the United Nations buildings in Ethiopia. Most of, I remember he did India. All over the world. I'm not going to.
Did you miss him when he was away?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you resent him still for going? Yeah. It's okay. He was earning money for the family. But it's okay to resent him. You just go.
I don't resent him.
Oh.
I don't know how we got here. So so that guy was just like, yeah, you're not like proper Essex though, do you know what I mean? Like I am.
He was putting it on.
And then his mate just went, yeah, I mean, you're not actually from Essex. And I was like, what? What is this conversation? It's never ending.
His name was Julian as well, one of them. Oh God, I've just named him.
Your name is Julian.
Oh yeah, that was me again. Sorry. It was that jacked guy, Julian.
It was all very discombobulating.
Yeah, Gail was lovely, wasn't she?
She is lovely, yeah.
Yeah, very wise and nice and passionate about the club.
Yes.
I want to get back out there, man.
Do it. Do you want to gig abroad again?
There I do.
Where's been your work? Oh yeah, you tell us about your gig in Egypt where you got booed off and then paid to leave.
Well, that's not what happened. I smashed it. No, I went to Egypt. I was too fresh and new really to do half an hour set.
So 50 years ago.
No, it was only this year. And
but some people thought it was your first time gig in Dubai. That annoyed me when people go, and that's your first ever gig. And I was like,
to you?
No, to you.
Oh.
Because they said for his first time, meaning first time gigging for
because
them in Dubai.
they said it's his first time here. They thought it was my first gig.
Oh.
And they were like, wow, you're really good for your first gig. I was like, no, it's not his first gig.
That's an insult to me, though. I don't know why you wouldn't love that.
No. Anyway, tell us about Egypt.
It was probably hard to follow me, was it, on the last 2 nights in Dubai? Was it?
You followed me.
On the first 2 nights I followed you. Oh, no.
I followed you on the first 2 nights.
Oh, yeah. That must have been hard.
Yeah. Tell us about Egypt.
All right. So I went to Egypt. It's 4 nights, but you do 1 gig. And it was so beautiful, the Red Sea.
No, you had loads more gigs booked.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I had about 6 dates pulled because I tanked so hard. But I was so grateful. It was so much money coming out of my diary. But every time I looked at them in the diary, I'd get like a sick feeling. I've got to go back. But I don't know. I was just, if I went there now, I could play it different. I feel a lot more confident.
Why do you think you tanked as badly as you did?
Well, I was really in my head. So that was the first thing. The second thing is, it was a glass box on the beach, like a glass cafe. Half of the audience are outside, so they're looking through glass. They're disconnected. The first act's on are 2 really lovely guys. But they're singing. They're really mainstream. So completely different to what I'm doing. They're smashing it. You know, they get everyone singing along. Do you know what I mean? They're
comedians.
Yeah, but you might not know them. They do like mainstream gigs. They also do this thing like the singing waiters. Really lovely guys. And so I'm on after them. There's no kind of compare or no breaks. As I walk on, I mean, this is about 1 a.m. as well. The audience are like all lagging. Half of them are outside the venue watching through glass.
I love the idea of you.
But it was so funny. Like, when I got there, the staff there are going, oh, you're on the London circuit. And they go, oh, we can't wait to see. And they'll come and stood at the back. By the end of my set, they were all like gone. It was so bad. Oh my God. And so I get on, there was massive feedback on this radio mic. I just couldn't really find myself. And I was just in my head. They were just looking at me like, what? And then I did, so I was supposed to do half an hour. I got to like 20 minutes and the show manager on my left is just doing that to her neck as if to say, get off.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, what's that in Egyptian? Does that mean you're killing it? You're killing. And I just rounded it up and went back to my room. Yeah. And then, but the next day, it was nice though. The next day I swam in the Red Sea. You know, it was nice. I got some hashish. Smoked it out a hotel window. Could have gone to jail.
Just forgot all about it.
Yeah, and then
is that your worst ever gig?
I don't know, man. It could be up there. Just it was a whole experience, wasn't it? You fly there.
What happened? Like, why did it not go so well? Like,
what do you mean? Like,
so was the environment really hostile?
The environment, there was a few people in there that were like smiling and there was goodwill, but there was a lot of people in there that were. It only takes a few, doesn't it? Like, you know what I mean? Looking at you with hostility.
Yeah.
And the mic's feeding back. I'm looking around and people are like looking awkward. Nothing's really hitting. I'm not really getting laughs. You know what I mean?
But didn't you do your brilliant bit about like, do you have cars here?
I know. I should have gone to that. I just went straight home and wrote new stuff, and that was it. Just got my head. Do you have cars here? Boom. But
I love death stories, though. No one wants to hear about the good stuff.
Oh, no.
No one wants to hear about the time you had a brilliant gig. No one wants to hear about when life's going well. No one wants to hear about your happy marriage or your kids that are thriving at school.
Yeah.
We all want to know about when you died at work when, you know, the fights that you have with your partner and the times that you can't take being a parent anymore.
Yeah.
That makes us feel better about life.
When was your last fight with your husband? Spit it out.
I can't remember.
Really?
Probably in
Such
lockdown.
happy marriage.
Yeah,
Oh, that's nice. He sounds like a good guy.
he is a good guy. We had a big fight during lockdown.
Did you?
And it was-
What about?
Oh my God, it was awful. And because our kids never ever see us row, we don't really row, but because our kids
That's
never see
nice
us
that
row,
they don't see that.
they literally just went, well, that's it.
They're divorcing.
They're over.
Let's
So,
blame
well,
ourselves
let's just go and pack our little bags.
and
And they
go
were like,
to
we're going to live with mum.
foster care.
So go to foster care. Options are mum, dad, or care.
How long have you
We'll
been
just go with
married?
Care. I'm 40, got married at 25, 15 years.
Oh, that's nice. And
Yeah.
how old are your children?
9 and 7. But we had a huge row in lockdown. I think most people got pushed to their limit.
Just one big one in lockdown?
One big one in lockdown because he didn't really do any of the homeschooling.
Okay.
So that drove me mad. And then because he was
But you're
working,
a teacher.
right? You sound just like him,
Yeah.
and I'm not going to stand for it.
I did loads of the homeschooling, by the way.
He would say that. He'd go, "You're a teacher, and you can't."
I
even
learned
control-"
GCSE maths in lockdown so I could teach it.
Oh my God!
I haven't even got a
amazing.
GCSE.
No,
Not
well,
one.
Yeah.
I got a BTEC NVQ level 2,
In what?
business and finance. Why are you saying in
Who
what like
uses
that? I use it. How do you think I got into comedy? How do you think my diary's so busy? But yeah, I didn't really study. I did all the work in the last evening. It was coursework. But anyway,
What, you did your. Is it your son? You did the homework
Daughter,
for?
Verity, yeah.
You did her homework for her.
no, I didn't do it for her. I taught her. I was learning in the evening off of a great maths teacher. Shout out Derek Hill. He's a patron. And
Oh, really?
yeah, via Twitter messages mainly.
Well, the thing is, you had older ones, but my two, they're very close in age.
Oh, it's
so they were doing-
you had easy schooling. I had to do GCSEs. I ain't even got one.
My two don't listen to
You're-
anything I say.
You're fucking colouring in and putting tails
It
on
was
donkeys.
not colouring in, putting tails on donkeys. I had to teach them stuff about the Stone Age. Do you know anything about
Watch
the
a
Stone Age?
documentary on Netflix
I'm
about
not-
Stone Age.
What documentaries on Netflix about the Stone Age?
You can
It's the
find a
most
documentary.
boringest
What-
period.
What
ever.
document? There's going to be
And they had to answer
hundreds.
questions. There are not documentaries. Even if there was documentaries about the Stone, don't tell me I've got to watch documentaries about the Stone Age.
Put them in front of it and go and do what you're going to do.
Anyway, we had to do with like times tables and all the rest of it and stuff I
Oh.
can't do. Oh, shut up, Julian.
What, for a 7-year-old times table?
Anyway, I got COVID after coming back from Dubai from
Okay.
doing the same thing that we did.
Oh, you did that in lockdown, Dubai, yeah.
Yeah. And then, so I had COVID. Is when Dubai was open and they were still gigging out there. And then I was in the house feeling rough as, and I wanted Neil to do the homeschooling, and he was like, "No, I've got work. You're going to do the homeschooling." And then I came.
So
down-
he had work and you didn't have work?
I was gigging. I gig loads in lockdown.
And what, on Zoom?
Yeah.
When
And
you
then-
20 minutes were you
and
doing
then-
sets?
I was gigging about 10 times a day, actually.
Yeah, exaggerate. No
I
way.
was.
Not 10.
I was.
You've not done 10 in one
Honestly,
day.
I've done more than 10. And during
In one
lockdown-
day?
Yeah, when it was the Christmas period, I was doing like 10, 15 corporates a day. Honestly, I've never earned that much money in my life.
Really?
Yeah. I was even doing Zoom gigs from Dubai to the UK. Honestly.
I
So
did
anyway-
a couple of Zooms with you probably, didn't I?
Yeah, probably. I did loads with Carl as well.
Yeah.
And anyway, so I came downstairs and he bought this bike.
Soldier. To get away from you.
He bought this bike, $2,000, and that was sat in the living
Well
room.
spent. It's health.
And he wouldn't put it in the shed because he didn't want anyone to
To
nick
get
it.
stolen.
So it was in the
So
living
put
room.
it on your side of the bed.
And then I came downstairs, COVID, full of cold, in my pajamas, feeling rough as. The bike's there, tripped over the bike, and I lost it with him. And I said, "You are a cunt." And
Did you call him a
I called him a
CUNT?
cunt, and he turned around and went, "I didn't realise the side effect of COVID was being a bitch."
That's not as harsh as what you said to him.
And
I'm just being diplomatic. I'm not on anyone's side.
I lost it, and he lost it.
Shout out to Neil.
And meanwhile, my daughter had logged onto her homeschooling and had opened up the laptop, and so there was just 30 kids and a teacher watching me and Neil
Call each
just
other
call
cunts.
each other cunts.
Hi, everybody. That's the end of the public episode.
Thanks for listening. Now, if you would like to hear more, you can go over to patreon.com/
We Are TVI. You have to put it in the search bar.
because we still haven't taken it off adult
Because
content.
it's triple X.
It's true. It's dirty, filthy.
Nice.
Get your willies out when you listen. But yeah, go over to Patreon, sign up. What's the tiers? I can't remember what they're. 3.
We've got £3, £5, 10 and 20.
I mean, the 20 is a joke one. £10 is sort of a joke as well.
Yeah.
£3 gets you just all the back catalogue extra episodes and
Hours and hours
Oh, it's
and
just- I mean,
hours.
there's I don't know how many 100 probably
100 hours.
extra sort of episodes, and the £5 tier you get all that as well. But you also, if you wish, get to join the TVI WhatsApp group. And
You can also see the full episode or listen to the full episode with a £3 tier.
yeah. So
£5 gets you the WhatsApp group.
Yeah. Excellent. That's it. That's all you need to know. Get over to Patreon if you want more.
Thanks for listening.
Otherwise,
though.
just thanks for listening to the public episode, and we'll
Please
speak to you
like and
next week.
share.
Yeah, give it a share, mate. Tell your friends. Tell your families. Tell your kids. Bye bye.
Love you.